It's just a matured thing in players that they learn over time that you have to take what's given, and that's probably a maturity thing in life. You have to take what's given, and you can't try to make something out of nothing, and you can't force anything. Again, it's just a patience. And how do you develop that? Through experience, and we've got a whole bunch of young guys, and they're going to get experience real fast. So let's hopefully learn it and take a stride in the right direction against Tampa.
Coach, thoughts go to Zetterberg, I think, when things are snowballing like that in some of these big periods, and his ability to just go out there and get 2 regular shifts done where just take care of details, maybe not even generate a chance. That's an important thing in a hockey game, and maybe young guys getting used to that a little bit.
Well, it's a hugely important thing, and doesn't come natural to young people who want to win so bad that they try to make up the score in one shift, and you can't do that. And the good thing for us is I can refer back to the way Hank would treat those shifts, and most of our guys that were around here understand that, and they can recognize that and say, okay, yeah, I get it. It doesn't make it any easier always in the moment, but again, that's just, to me, it's a maturity thing, and over time, you mature and you gain perspective, and you understand that that's all you have to do sometimes is just be okay with a shift where nothing happens. That's okay, especially when momentum's going the wrong way. So, how do you gain that experience? Through action, and our guys are getting a chance to gain it, and we got to learn it fast.
Is Rasmussen back in tomorrow?
Right now, we have Rasmussen back in. All our lineup decisions will be tomorrow, but yeah.
What does he have to do to create more space for himself? Has that been the biggest issue so far early on?
Yeah, I would say he's got to do 2 things. One is he's got to skate when he gets the puck, especially from tops of circles to tops of circles. That's a normal thing that a lot of young guys don't necessarily do. It's something when I talked to Tim Hunter with the World Junior Canadian team, he felt that hurt him at times at center at the World Junior camp because he wasn't skating when he got the puck. It's just something that you think you can kind of stand still or drift and make a play, and all of a sudden people are all over you, and you wonder what happened. So he's got to skate tops of circles, and 2, and just as importantly, maybe more importantly, he just has to keep learning the little tricks of the trade to hold on to the puck in the O-zone more. Probably needs to keep his stick a little bit closer to his body. Certainly needs to learn how to reverse hit guys with his butt, reverse hit guys with his shoulder, find ways to knock reverse check guys as they're coming to him, create a little bit of space, move his feet, use cutbacks, and we did some one-on-one puck protection today. Those types of things, we've really overemphasized that with him. Obviously we're showing him lots of video, and whether it was, I think we pulled out Peter Forsberg today and showed some Peter Forsberg clips because he was one of the best ever at it, and it's just a process, and it's a learned process, and how quickly he'd get it, we'll see, but it's something we'll keep working on with.
It seems like it's quite a bit to digest, especially for a young guy.
Well, it's really 2, I try to stay with one thing the most I can. For him, we've given him 2, but it's really 2 things. Skate when you get the puck and learn how to hold on to it more. Really, that's what it falls into. Now, the tricks of the trade of how you learn how to hold on to it might be multifaceted, but he's got to learn what's best for him. He's a big man who hasn't filled his body out yet, and the hard part with that is that means your center of gravity is real high. It's easier for little guys with their center of gravity is lower. Once his body fills out, it'll be way easier, but obviously right now we want the instantaneous results. Well, that's going to have to come from learning those little tricks of the trade.
From your experience, how do guys usually, like a guy like that, young guy, respond from taking a day off, being a healthy scratch, watching it from afar?
I think everybody's different, and I think the reasons sometimes are different, but everybody is certainly different in that aspect. Some guys come back and it doesn't affect them mentally, and they might have a little more jam to them and whatnot, and some guys it affects their confidence and they don't play quite as well, and some guys, it's just everyone's a little bit different. I don't know how he'll handle it because this is the first time we've done it, but I think the biggest thing is this was the furthest thing from a punishment by any stretch. This is about the development of a young player, and as Helena pointed out, there are very few options with him because of the way the rules are set up. So we got to make sure we maximize his development, And I think there's sometimes a misnomer that development's just about playing when that can totally be the furthest thing from the truth. And I know that because I've lived it time and time and time again. Sometimes the best thing to do is to take a breather rather than spiral the wrong direction. And I think he understands that. He understands that all we're trying to do is just trying to make him the very best player possible. He hasn't been bad. We think there's more there. And part of that is taking a break, giving ourselves more time to get reps on those things like we're talking about, learning how to do those things. It's hard to get those kind of reps in the NHL, so sometimes you got to take a break and spend some time in practice getting those real reps in.
How are Daly Erickson?
I expect Daly to play tomorrow, and Johnny, I don't have an answer for yet.
Any update on the Kaiser?
Yes, he saw a hand specialist. This isn't anything right now that requires surgery. It's a little bit of a symptom, you know, when the pain goes to a spot where he can handle it, then he can play. I don't have the answer how long that's going to be. You know, I think the term a week and a half to 2 weeks is thrown out there, but I don't know that that's totally accurate. It's just going to depend on how it responds.
Any on Mike?
Green had a real long skate yesterday. Is going to come on the trip because he wants to be around the guys and skate with the players a little bit more. Hopefully get a little answer on where his blood work is. I think he had some more blood work done today, and we just keep, you know, being patient with it until he gets his body back to a spot where he can really go full out. So nothing in the imminent future where I can say he's coming back here or there, but he's starting to looks like going the right direction.
Jeff,